about past perfect continuous, or also known as past perfect progressive, okay? Do you remember that we can say present progressive, present continuous, past progressive, past continuous, and we also have the present, the past, and the future perfect continuous. So let's see the past perfect continuous, okay? So I'll share my screen here with you, and I'll draw a timeline so you can understand what I'm talking about, okay? So let's say that this is a timeline, and here's present, and one side is the past, the future here, and the other side is the past, okay? So here in the past, do you remember, let's say that some actions happened. So I traveled to United States and I visited Orlando. I visited Washington, D.C. And I also visited New York. Okay, so we have 3 actions. Let's say that I spent some days traveling from New York to Washington, okay, or some hours. So I spent some time traveling from here to here. So this is a progressive action. And also we have another punctual action here when I visited Orlando. So for example, I had been traveling from New York to Washington, D.C. For some time before I decided to visit Orlando after some days. Okay, so here we have an example that we have a progressive action that had been happening for some time before another action happened in the past. This is one of the usages of past perfect continuous, okay? We also have other possibilities of using the past perfect continuous. What are they? Showing cause and consequence. For example, if I say, oh, the street is wet because it had been raining for hours, for example. So I have here a consequence, and then I have because and the cause, okay? So here, the street is wet. This is the consequence. Because, so this is a connector, it had been raining for hours. So a progressive action in the past. So this is another example of past perfect continuous. Also, we can use this tense for the third conditional clauses, third conditional sentences. For example, if he hadn't been working so hard, he would not have got the new position in the company. So here we have if, that is conditional, and then we have a past perfect continuous clause, and we have a clause formed by would and present perfect. So this is called, this kind of sentence, this is called as third conditional sentence, okay? If you don't know what is third conditional and you would like to know how to use it, so I recommend you to watch this video, okay? And there I talk about all the kinds of conditional sentences. 0, first, second, and third. Here we are using the third conditional sentence with not only past perfect, but past perfect continuous. So if he hadn't been working so hard for some time, he would not have got the new position, the promotion, okay? So this is a third conditional sentence using past perfect continuous. And also, we can use with adverbs, like, for example, only, never. Let me give you an example using only. If he had only been studying English for 2 weeks, he wouldn't have spoken as well as he spoke to us earlier. Or, yes, okay. So here I'm putting together both the if clause, third conditional, and also the adverb only here. So we have, if he had only been studying past perfect continuous using only for 2 weeks, he wouldn't have spoken, so would plus present perfect, as well as he spoke to us today. And we also have a past simple action here, okay? So this was a lesson, a video to help you, to teach you how to use the past perfect, continuous, or progressive tense. Remember that we always use, when it's perfect, we always use have or has or had or will have. Here we are using had because it's past. And when we have continuous form connected with perfect, so we use been plus verb plus ing. That's why all the sentences they had been, a verb, and ing. Okay, so this is the structure, the formula of past perfect continuous or progressive. If I have helped you today, so remember, like the video and subscribe to the channel so more people can also be helped by me. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.